like to thank them. This has been a whirlwind week, with the Sun Devil Walk and them coming to the stadium and all the support that they've been giving me. I just want to thank them because we'll get there. I promise you we'll get there. And I just want to make sure we thank it. And you, the media, you guys have been gracious to me, and I appreciate that wholeheartedly. And so before we start, I just wanted to say thank you as well.
Coach Michael Carrots, Sideline Sports. Asking Ness, I mean, it seemed like when they started to go up-tempo, defense were making adjustments, but what issues, I guess, did their up-tempo start giving you into the second quarter and second half in general?
That up-tempo, it gets tough because you're keeping defensive linemen on the field without substitution, and then asking them to make plays over and over again. We got to understand that that is a pretty good football team, and tonight they're better than we were. And they're the defending champions, but there's no excuse. Our guys are getting better. I really think that you guys don't see it, but I see it in the locker room. There's no pointing of fingers. There was positiveness. There was a fight to the end, and that's all I asked them to do. So what everybody else sees on the exterior, from the interior, we have grown as a team, and this is going to be a process. I didn't think that this will be 4 days and a miracle is going to hit. It's going to be a process. I got the kids' attention. They're going to play, and we're going to get better and better. But going back to your question, it is tough. They're a good, well-disciplined coach football team, and their up-tempo gets us. I think they learned a little bit from Eastern Michigan, what they did to us last year. We couldn't get guys off the field in substitution, and so we got to find a way to get stops.
Shaun, Chris Carpenter, Son of the Source. First half, all third and longs, 5, I think, with the exception of the third and 4 where you had a penalty. So just, what did you make about just the struggles and being behind the chains so much of that?
Yeah, we were definitely behind the chains. I thought we didn't take advantage of our first downs to give them a shot on maybe 2nd and 5 or less, where we were not predictable. I thought that the defense, Utah's defense, was able to pin their ears back and come at us, and that provides a lot of heartache for us because then they are bringing 4 and 5 and 6. I did like Emery's poise in the pocket. Again, there's a lot of duress, and there's bullets flying at him, and then he couldn't get his feet set and couldn't make those throws. That is something, Chris, we do have to work on because we played behind the chains all night, and that's something that I'll address with our offensive staff. How do we get better in that? And if we can get better in the next game, staying ahead of the chains, I think we'll be able to elongate series and be able to be successful as well.
And you sort of mentioned it, like 2 sacks, I think, right out of the gate, and kind of struggled to give a clean pocket at times for Emery. So how much of an effect was that protection?
I think it is something that we need to work on the protection part of it. It's tough that when those guys know that it is a pass on 3rd and 10, and they're just coming full go, and they did a great job with a twist inside, and we got to pass it off a little bit better, and that's something that we need to work on, but it's always tough for offensive linemen, especially when defensive guys are very athletic nowadays in that area. But I promise, Chris, we'll get better in that area.
Coach, obviously you're used to handling your 4 or 5 running backs. A lot of responsibilities come up with being the head coach, even if it's interim.
Sure.
What was this week like for you?
It was amazing week for me. To be in charge of these kids and for them to do everything that I've asked, and then see them. The only thing that I asked was just play hard and we'll see what happens. When we got in at halftime, I brought them all in. Let's just win the half, no matter what the score is. And there's no finger pointing. I like the positiveness. We're going to grow from it. I love these guys with all my heart, and I told them at halftime, and then I told them after the game, there will be no quit from me, and there will be no quit from our staff, and we'll keep working. Whatever comes about, I'm happy and very honored to be a part of this staff and the head coach of these kids, and we'll make sure that we take care of our business come next week.
Shaun, on a similar note, you were out on the field early.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about what goes through your mind when you're out there, the stadium's filling up, and you're getting ready to coach your first game as head coach?
There's a lot that goes through my mind. I try to go through situations that I might be in the game. When I walk in the field, if it's 4th and 1, do I go for it in this situation? So I go through situations in my field, and then I look up in the crowd with the billboards going on and the big screen, and very blessed that I'm in this situation. Very blessed to be in the situation to make a difference with young kids. If I can show the positivity and they can stay together, these two guys right here, and Isaiah's come a long, long way, but these two guys can speak about what happens in that locker room, and it hasn't wavered us at all.
Coach, you guys have had a tough couple of weeks, both on and off the field. Just talk about how you guys keep the right mental approach going into these next 2 weeks against USC and Washington.
It all starts with me. It all starts with me, and so that same intensity and positivity that I brought when I first got the job, that day when I first talked to the team, is the same positivity and energy I'm going to bring this week. It'll start with me. Now our coaches feel like they didn't do a good job. Now I got to make sure I pick them up, and then make sure our kids are picked up come watching our game. And we can all get into a room and criticize what we've done, but let's move on and let's learn from it, and let's be positive. We're still in the game of helping young men too, and so it is a game of football. We all want to win, but it is a process, and it's going to take time. These kids have been through a lot, and so I'm going to make sure that I'm the rock for them, no matter what.
Coach Greg Moore,
Yes, Greg.
Public, good to see you. It's bittersweet, right? Like you get your first game under your belt, but didn't go the way you wanted. From a schematic standpoint, right? It's particularly offensively, are you looking to make adjustments to, the way you guys run your offense? Pass it more? Are you going to change your formations? Is this reflective of the kind of offense that you like to run?
I will go back tonight, and I won't go home. I'll go back tonight, or even at home, and look at it all over again. If I don't make adjustments, shame on me, and shame on me because these kids need to get the best of us as a coaching staff. So I'll make sure that I go back and make adjustments. What I think, do I make drastic adjustments that these kids come in confused playing against USC? That won't happen. But I will make little adjustments so we can be successful. And that is the conversations with me and Coach Thomas. I have all hoarded and make sure that I have confidence. He needs to know that I have confidence in him, and I do. And so, but these little adjustments will be made.
Chris, one more, just say it loud, please.
Yeah, Coach, you didn't have Rhodes Forrest, Ed Woods, Keon Markham didn't play. You mentioned Isaiah's performance. You were down at quarterback quite a bit. So can you just talk about that, how that's impacted the game?
To me, those guys have been waiting in the wings and they've practiced really hard. It always hurts when the more experienced guy is not there. I thought they grew as players tonight. I thought Isaiah did a great job. And now he's going to be there to give Ro a tough time. And I love that competition in the room. Whenever you're not with those starters, it makes it tough. But I thought they played well, and then we'll just see what happens. But Ro was pretty close to going, but his health is more important than the football game.